There's so much power in the human will. Are you using your power to manifest your desire? Today is a new moon. We're having a new moon in Gemini. I want to show you some basic tools that you can use to focus your intention so you can manifest the things that you desire. Now, this new moon is in Gemini. When it's in Gemini, you need to focus on the things of Gemini. Gemini is about communication. Gemini is about travel. Gemini is about learning new things, opening your mind to new things. You want to align your intention with those principles and also where Gemini is falling in your birth chart. If you don't know that, I can help you out. Send me a message later. Do charge for that. So, like I said, you don't want to, let's say, for example, why are you trying to manifest a relationship if this new moon is in your first house? If the new moon is in your first house of self, then trying to manifest a relationship is a little bit off, where you need to kind of focus on yourself and the things that you need to change with yourself or some new intentions for yourself. Like I said, if this new moon is in your first house, it's about communication and new ideas with the sense of self. How are you redefining who you are? Are you starting a new intention for your mind and how you think of yourself? Are you viewing yourself in a different way? If it's in your second house of value, you may be coming into, you want to set your intention, then not you may be coming into something because, of course, it's your will. You need to set your intention more so on things that are regarding money, maybe a new job, a new financial opportunity, or just your value system. Are you focused on the things that you value the most? And the third house is your house of communication. A house of communication could be maybe starting a new book, writing something new, maybe a new friend circle, new friends that align with the path that you want. If it's happening in your fourth house of home and family, you might have a new idea. Maybe you want to set your intention says, I set my intention to do something new with my home. I set my intention to do something new with my family, to bring more stability to my family circle, or something with your home. Maybe you want to move. The fifth house is about romance and creativity. Maybe you want to start a new creative project. Maybe you want to have a child. Maybe you want to set your intention for your child if you have a child and you want them to do better. Maybe you want to teach them something new or bring something new into their life that's going to benefit the overall bigger picture of your world. Sixth house is your day to day. Maybe you have a new idea that you want to do about your health regimen, your mental health, your emotional health, your day to day. This will be a great time if it's in your sixth house to focus on things regarding maybe a new exercise routine that you said, hey, you know what? I've been kind of putting it off, but now is the time to do it. You might want to organize that, start a little workout plan. So that's sixth house things. Seventh house is relationships. If you're having it in your relationship, you might be starting a new relationship. You may have an old relationship that's beginning a new phase. Maybe you want to communicate more and say, I intend to communicate more and have a stronger dialogue with my partner that I'm with so that we can understand each other better. That's what you want to do in the seventh house. Eighth house is intimacy and money and finances. If you're having it in your eighth house, you have a partner and it says, I intend on creating a system of wealth between each other, creating a shared wealth system. Or eighth house is also investments. It doesn't have to be a partner. It could be, I intend on starting a new investment and seeing where that goes, or focus more on investing my money instead of just spending it. A lot of people just spend money, but they never invest it, and then they wonder why they're broke. The ninth house, if it's happening in your ninth house and it's in Gemini, it could be about learning something new. It could be about traveling more. It could be about increasing your studies, going to another country, learning a new language, especially for those who are trying to be polyglots. Maybe you want to learn a new language. I intend on learning a new language. If it's in your 10th house of career, this is about how people see you. Maybe it's about putting more energy in how people publicly know me. It's not just your day-to-day job, but it's how your career, your outward performance. What do people know you for? What will people know you for after you die? Putting more energy there. Maybe you're having a new idea, a new business plan. The 11th house is your associations and wishes. Maybe you want to join a new group, a group that more supports your goals, an association that supports your goals, a club, a new club. If you're single and you're looking for relationships, this will be a great time to join a social club that allows people to date and travel. A lot of people are looking for love. Like I said, it's not so much if it's not in a love sector. If it's like in your 11th house, then you don't focus on, oh, I want a relationship. I intend on joining groups that allow people to date. So see how you can still get what you want if you focus on the house. The 12th house is more spiritual stuff. So if it's in the 12th house, it's going to be more spiritual things. It's going to be more otherworldly stuff. So it says, I'm going to dive deep in new ideas about my spiritual life and learning the hidden sides of myself. That way I can become a better person. So these are different ways you can do it. Now, how do you focus your attention? You can create a journal. I do have a journal as well that I keep off to the side, and I write my intentions down so that way I can look back at it. You should do that too. Also, you want to get yourself a candle. A candle is a nice, good physical representation of creating your will. Now, I just got this from the grocery store. You do want to take that little sticker off. You want to cleanse it. And cleanse your candle, wash it off, let it dry. With a Sharpie, you can write your intention and put it in the present tense. I intend, I will, I have, I will do. Something of that nature, because you're focusing your will on what you truly desire. Then you want to dress the candle. You can take some olive oil, put the olive oil around it. I know a woman who creates special oils, prayer oils. I just spray my candle down, do the inside as well. For a new moon, it's about what you want to increase. So from the new moon on, everything is increasing. It's building up. You want to take, maybe if you have a bay leaf, write your intention down on the bay leaf, crumble it up and put it inside. Take a little charcoal, put it inside as well. Maybe something that's going to help benefit that, some type of herb that kind of benefits. So if it is love, then you want to use a little rosemary for love. Bay leaves are good for any kind of wish that you want. Anything that you want to attract to you. A little bit of honey. Sometimes I put a little honey and I put a little spit in there for my own DNA to connect to the candle. There's different ways of doing it. I won't say there's just one particular right way to do it. You want to dress the candle and put some oil on it and bless it. And if you want, if you want to put Archangel Gabriel on there and have Gabriel send your message in, I think the will is powerful enough to do what you intended to do if you focus. And that's the whole idea. Focus. And then light it when the time is exact. Now, today, for the new moon in Gemini, it's going to be, I think, 9:55 Central Time. So the more exact you get to the new moon, the better. I used to didn't care, but it does match up because you want to align with the universe. You just don't want to do it willy-nilly, because if it's still waning, it's still removing energy. Once it gets to the new moon time where you can't see the moon at all, it starts waxing, which means it starts building up. When you flow with the alignment of the universe, the lunar cycles, you say, I am in alignment with the universe. You're telling the universe that you're in alignment, that you want something to build up in your life. That's my little advice on how to set your intention, how to physically see that intention, put that on your prayer altar or whatever you have, or just a table, something that you can focus on where you can see it every day. Remember, make your reality happen, because if you don't do it, then who will? Have a good new moon, everybody.